Hey guys, it's Tabby. Today, I can't, so sorry. My daughter's behind me and she's driving me crazy. She told me, she came in here when I was just about to start my video, and she's like, "Hey mom." I was like, "Hey baby." She said, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm making a video." She said, "Videos are not important." I said, "You know what, you're right. What do you need?" But she's about to go watch Descendants, and I think she's getting a snack out of the pantry. That's my little sidekick. Anyway, today I'm talking about Chris Watts's, I'm going to redo this video, sex life. I don't want to talk about it in front of my 6-year-old. I'm going to have to probably restart this video. Elena, what are you doing?
I'm throwing my garbage away. I'm throwing
Okay.
I'm eating and then I'm throwing trash away.
Okay. Alright, so anyway, close that door. She's gonna go watch Descendants, but we're gonna talk about Chris Watts' sex life. Let's get into the nitty-gritty about that. When he met Shanann, she really didn't want a lot to do with him because she was going through a lot in her life. Like, she had, just got a divorce. She found out she had lupus. She's just going through a lot. Could you imagine? Just dealing with all of that at once. And then, as I'm sure everyone knows, she got a Facebook request from Chris. And just thank y'all if that never happened. But she got a Facebook request. She wasn't even going to accept the request, like the friend request, but she did. She was like, "Oh, what the heck," and she added him as a friend, and they started talking, and one thing led to another. Her words, and he was really sweet and kind to her all the time, and as she was going through a lot, he pushed her away, or I'm sorry, she pushed him away. But that just made him want to stay even more. But he basically, worshipped Shanann. And I think just with that, hold on guys, I'm gonna throw this away. Okay, so I think with just that, if you listen to Shanann's videos and watch some of her videos, I think he's got a really obsessive personality. Like, he got really obsessive over Shanann. Anything that she wanted to do, he did it. Like, he didn't really have an opinion because he was just, I don't know if he was that in love and just let her kind of take the role, take the lead in their relationship. But maybe if he spoke up a little bit, spoke out, he didn't. And then at the end, he just blamed her for everything. Like, that's not fair to her. She didn't deserve any of that. What I'm getting at is the whole sex thing. Obviously, they had Bella and Cece, not even a year apart, or a year apart. And they were together for 8 years, and even up to the even up to the couple days before this annihilation happened, she was even talking to her best friends and texting them saying that they were hot and heavy before she had left to North Carolina for 5.5 weeks. They were still hot and heavy, so they had a great sex life. They had she said everything was good, and it probably was. I mean, if you're having a good sex life and you're good in a relationship, to where you feel mentally stable and good about leaving your husband for 5.5 weeks, obviously you are in a good place. You think you're in a good place. I would think I was in a good place if everything was going well. I'm like, well, you know, I want to go visit my parents for 5.5 weeks. I probably wouldn't if I would have suspected something was wrong. See, again, Shanann had no idea what was going on. Bless her heart. Like, if only she knew. And I was, you know, reading a little bit more about it, but, you know, Chris has always kind of been controlled his whole life. Cindy, his mother, I think she's a whole different type of evil. I'm sorry, y'all, but I really do. You know, she says some terrible things about Shanann. I feel like Cindy just didn't get her way a lot when Chris was around, when Shanann was around, and Cindy just could not stand Shanann because she could see that Shanann was basically Chris's whole life. And Cindy couldn't stand that. And of course she wanted to bond with her grandkids, but her grandkids love their mother. You know what I mean? Like, that's their mom. They're going to love their mom. They're going to go towards their mom before they go towards her. Like, it's just jealousy. And seeing all of what Shanann had. You know, so Chris was basically controlled by his mother until he was married to Shanann. And then, you know, Shanann, she's got a very outgoing personality, dominant personality, and she kind of like ruled the roost. And he just let it fly like that. So anyway, sorry. Anyway, when she left for that 5.5 weeks to her mother's and father's house in North Carolina, then Chris was by himself. And I really don't think he knew what to do with himself. Hold on just a second, guys. Sorry about that. I had to check on, I have a 4-month-old little boy. Yeah, I just recently had a baby. He's such a chubby little thing. I love it. But, anyway, back to where I was. So, when Shanann and the girls left, he was left alone for like 5.5 weeks. I don't think he knew what to do with himself. I don't think he understood of what being alone was. Like, I don't think he's ever had to think for himself. Like, he's always had somebody to tell him what to do, and he just went crazy. He don't know what to do without somebody telling him what to do. So he got involved more and more with Nikki, and he's always talking about the sex was so good with her and da da da. Well, you know what, Chris? The sex is always going to be good at first. It's new, it's exciting, it's mysterious. You don't really know the person. Just like I'm probably sure it was like that with, you know, your wife at first. I mean, come on now. And then, like, Nikki wanted to do it for, like, 4 or 5 times a day. And you're like, oh, she wants what she wants. But you also said Shanann wants what she wants. Because you claimed, which I think is true, I really do, that you had sex with Shanann right before you killed her. So what was that shit? Was it, like, goodbye sex or what? Like, that's a whole different kind of psychopath right there. I'm not really sure, but like, it's just, I think why this case is so compelling is because this is a family that anybody could basically relate to. Yeah, they had a little bit of trouble in debt and things like that. No one's perfect. I've got debt, like I've said. I'm sure everybody else has got debt, some sort of debt. But basically they were, you know, the all-American family, and in Shanann's videos, they look like they're really happy, and he would just do anything for her. And then not even within 2 months, not even 2 months of having an affair with Nikki Kessinger, he's completely wanting rid of his family. I can understand if you want to leave your wife, whatever, it's not working out in your head. not compatible, whatever, get a divorce. Just like the DA said. Get a divorce. But how do you do that to your daughters? And Bella looked just like him. And Cece had so much life in her. And, you know, even though those were his daughters, they were also little, to me, they were babies. Like, you're a child killer. You're a baby killer. You're your own kids. Was it really that much important? Like, was your sex life that important? But you said you were so, you know, you just wanted to get rid of them, rid of everything you had with Shanann so you could be with Nikki. You wanted to be with Nikki. But then again, you had sex with Shanann right before you killed her. So, I don't know. Like, a lot of his stories doesn't make sense to me. I think he's just an evil bastard, to be honest, you know. And a lot of his interviews, he just does not even say that he is sorry to Shanann, Bella, Cece. Like, he'll apologize to his family. He'll apologize to, like, even the detectives. But he never says, I can't believe this happened to my family. He says, I can't believe this happened to me. Like, he doesn't say, I'm sorry to my family. I can't believe I did this. It's never, he did this. When he writes letters and talks to his mom and his dad and his sister, he always says, like, oh, look, I'm so sorry for our loss that we had this year. Like, he never claims that, he never takes responsibility. It's always, look what we went through. Look at our losses we went through. This has been so much for us. Yeah, dumbass, you caused it. I don't know about people like that. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go spend some more time with my kids. My 6-year-old's probably definitely dying for my attention before she's going to bed tonight. It's been snowing here so hard today in Virginia. So, just been home wanting to make these videos, and I love talking to you guys. Just subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, please. I'll try to make some more. Just let me know if I could cover something you like, or if you want to know more about me. Again, I'm Tabby. Just subscribe and like my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I'll try to grow it a little bit more and hopefully give out some things, some giveaways once I get to maybe 100 subscribers. That'd be pretty cool. Anyways, thank you. Bye, y'all. Have a good evening.